Hey, welcome to the Unfiltered Conversations Podcast with yours truly, Kelly Mack and
Ysquare. Come on now.
Yes. So, Ysquare, we've been talking about doing this for over a year now.
Years.
Creating our own podcast because everybody else is doing it, so why not us?
Right.
And one thing I'm going to say, don't y'all get out there talking about some ebony and ivory. It's ebony and honey, okay?
Ebony and honey. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I have over 20 years of broadcasting and radio experience. I've been in media, corporate, broadcasting, all of that good stuff. And then my good friend Yolanda is the wife of a renowned...
Come on now, Tonex. Y'all know him, national
radio
comedian.
DJ and comedian. Yes.
But I also like to consider myself a generational entrepreneur. I come from a line of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I've had the privilege, and I call it a privilege, even during the crazy times of working for myself.
Yes.
And being able to build and understand what that means and being able to be in control of my narrative and of my destiny.
Right.
So like you said, this was something that we've been planning to do for a minute, to collaborate. Another reason why Unfiltered Conversations is, to me, I think so great because we are the true epitome of collaboration over competition.
Absolutely.
We bring both insight from different perspectives, from different walks of life. As you see, you get the taste of two different grid colors. Yes. And that's what it's all about. Real talk, real conversations that are unfiltered.
Yes. And I'm not going to lie. When I first met Yolanda back in 2017, to be exact, of course, I met you as the wife of a fellow radio DJ. So we naturally clicked because you understood who I was, where I was coming from, and what, radio and being in the spotlight was all about. But I think the reason we really clicked was you said something so powerful to me. And you said, I ain't never worked for nobody. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? And you're like, can you elaborate?
Right. And I had to sit back and take that in myself.
Yes.
Because sometimes we don't celebrate our wins and our accomplishments the way we should. And now that I am a transformational architect, certified life coach, I'm realizing how important that is. But to go back to it, I literally started out the womb from knowing how to do hair. Right. I don't even understand how I knew, but I knew at 6 years old, I looked in the mirror and I did not like the way the hairstylist was doing my hair that my mama was taking me to.
Right.
I saw a different projection for my future, for my hair. Yeah. And I literally went into my mom's cabinet. At that time, it was a PCJ, press and comb in a jar. I'm sure y'all familiar with that. And I put that perm in my hair. Okay. And I totally changed the texture, totally changed the look of my hair. But within that, I put the perm in, and then I did what are called now today finger waves. I had no idea that it was finger waves.
Would you believe me if I ever told you I had finger waves?
What?
Quite a few times. And ocean waves.
What?
But keep on with
you ain't had no ocean waves and no scrunchies.
Oh yeah, wait till you see the picture.
No, you didn't. We gotta put them pictures up. Look at the picture. Look, it's up right now. But look, so that is really where I started, to me, my journey of entrepreneurship. Okay. And it really came from a passion of being creative and just liking something, like not knowing that I was good at it, but I just like to do it. Yeah. And I started with my baby doll's hair, tearing up their hairs. And I had the Christy doll, the one that grew the hair. And you could cut it and you could pull the string in her back and the hair would either grow or get shorter. Well, I chopped it all up. And then from there, I really just found my passion within the beauty industry. Yeah. And, followed that journey, which led me into reinventing myself. It seems like every 10 to 15 years.
Absolutely.
To be honest with
there's nothing wrong with it because if you don't reinvent yourself, you're going to get lost in the sauce and be back there when everybody else is up here. So I totally get it. Something else I loved about you and that always resonated with my soul was something that your father told you at a very young age about what Yolanda wants. Let's talk about that.
Now. What Yolanda wants is Yolanda gets. And what Yolanda gets is what she wanted. That resonates with me so strongly now that I am a seasoned woman, a grown woman. But as a kid, it was if I want some candy or if I want to go to my girlfriend's house, if I want to go to the store, go shopping or use his credit card at the mall. But what he was doing was really programming my mind and my thinking.
Absolutely.
To know that whatever I want to accomplish out here,
Yeah.
Like the sky is the limit. There is no ceiling.
Yeah.
There is no glass ceiling.
Yeah.
There is just rocket ships
going
to the sky. And so I really say that to myself. That is a part of my morning motivation chant, my affirmations that I say to myself, that whatever Yolanda wants, Yolanda gets. And honestly, whatever I got is what I wanted, because that's what my mind set. Even if it wasn't the forethought, if it was the back thought.
Yeah.
You know, those things that we think about the most is what show up in our life.
Absolutely.
So if I'm on a negative frequency, then only negative things are going to show up. Right. So I learned at an early age to shift my thinking and my mindset. Because I want the best.
Absolutely. Yes. And, you know, I want everyone that's watching today to, if you don't take anything away from this first episode of our podcast, is the power of the mind, the mind. You know, what is in your mind, what you can believe is what you can receive and achieve. And if you're not pouring those positive affirmations into your children, your nieces, your nephews, your godchildren, your grandchildren, what do they have to lean on? What do they have to pull from?
Yeah.
You know, I was a middle child. So, you know, I was just I felt like lost in the sauce. I mean, my mom, she had her first child with my dad, and my dad really wanted his first child. But he has let us know over the years that he didn't want additional children, you know. So my mother, you know, she did want more kids, and she had 2 miscarriages. And then it was me. And like she always told me, I was her special baby because she didn't think she'd ever have children again. You know, but my dad kind of felt like, you know, he was kind of stuck. You know, so then it was me. And then he finally got his boy, you know, after 5 pregnancies and only, you know, 2 children. He finally got his boy number 3. So he has a boy, and then he has his firstborn, his girl. And then I'm kind of like in the middle. So, you know, they always pour into the baby and they always pour into the first child and everything in between. You kind of get lost in the sauce. So I say that to say, what your dad poured into you is a lot different than what my dad poured into me. And that has a lot to do with how you develop somebody's personality, their thought process, the whole brain pattern, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, what's important to you? Like, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Okay.
And green.
Okay. And my favorite color is Tiffany blue and turquoise, you know, or any shade of green or blue. That's just me. I can deal with purple. I like pink. Got on pink today. Pink, shout outs to all the breast cancer survivors and all the breast cancer warriors. Shout outs to you. But, you know, that doesn't mean we don't like red. It doesn't mean we don't like black. And something I don't wear is yellow. Because I'm too yellow for it. But yellow would look good on you. But what I'm saying is we don't invest and we don't take that interest in those other colors because we know what our favorites are. And children can tell the same. I'm a mom. You're a mom. We're both boy moms. Neither one of us have a natural daughter. I have 2 bonus daughters because I hate the word stepdaughters. I actually have 3 because my first bonus daughter is my son's sister. But I say that to say what you say and what you put into somebody is how you develop them.
It is totally how you develop them.
Anybody under 25.
Anybody under 25. My father used to always say, and I say the saying to this day, that your goal mind, meaning your GOALMIND, is your gold mine.
I love it.
Your GOLDMINE. So once you realize the goals that you want to set and you get in that space of whatever I want, I can get, and whatever I get is what I wanted, that is the goal mindset. Once you get in that space, you're able to reach the goal mind that has whatever it is that you want to produce, that has whatever the enjoyment or whatever it is your purpose was. And so I think that was, and I appreciate you saying that because I'm the oldest of 4 siblings.
Wow.
And
so you were the firstborn.
I'm the firstborn.
So he poured into you.
And I came out feeling like I am the reason for the season.
She was the golden egg, y'all.
And I'm born December 30th.
Shout out to the December babies. December 12th.
I need y'all to Google. Not just the December babies, but I need y'all to Google to see who was born on the 30th, baby. Understand. You know what I'm saying?
We're not going to tell them?
Oh, LeBron James. Only the billionaires. Only the Billy Goats.
Okay. And I love LeBron. I'm from Cleveland. I love LeBron.
But there's several.
And I know your husband loves LeBron.
Exactly. Several other people that were born on the 30th. But I say that to mean that I think like what you said, it is a difference, because I actually was born, my parents were in the midst of their struggle. Like when I was born, my parents lived in a 1-room apartment.
Oh my gosh.
A 1-room studio. Yeah. My bed, my crib was a dresser drawer.
Girl,
I didn't have a crib.
Yep.
It was in the drawer.
Same.
And so, but I never knew that we ain't have nothing.
And same thing. I mean, I come from a military family and we were on food stamps. I had no idea until I got grown. But we were a happy, loving family. Yeah. And my mother told me the same thing when I had my son at a very young age. I got pregnant when I was a teenager. Parents weren't together anymore, and kind of just out there, trying to figure out life. But she was like, oh yeah, well just take the dresser drawer and you can make that his bassinet for the first 6 months of his life. And I was like, what? Who does that? Like, absolutely not.
Right. But I feel like that was a part of our fiber. Like, that was a part of us understanding what the grind is, what the building is.
Right.
Seeing, not even, being coherent or understanding or knowing as a child, but seeing my parents were 21, 22 when they had me.
Right.
But seeing them come together in the 70s.
Yeah.
Without anything, a 1-bedroom apartment. My father was working a part-time job making $2.69.
Wow.
$2.69 an hour. The rent on the apartment where they lived was $40 a month. $40 a month.
And I feel old saying
like,
that. The last time I paid rent, it was like, before I moved to Charlotte, it was like my last rent was like $800 a month.
I have not been able to go out to eat for $40. Okay,
that part.
Let alone some rent, a bill. Yes. I ain't never. My nails cost more than $40. That's even if I get a polish change.
Look, that's
ain't even no
right,
But it really, I feel like
you don't pay for no manicure.
No manicure. No.
Only color polish change.
Only color, only white, only toe, only white.
Yes.
But look, they're gonna get us. No, that was look. I have Asian roots.
Yeah.
My great great grandfather was Asian.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, he married. Well, let me take that back. So my great grandfather married an Asian woman. Okay. I believe that's what it was. But we definitely got the Asian us in us.
I mean, I can see it. The pattern in the clothes, the high cheekbones, the eyes. Yes. Well, speaking of backgrounds, because I know a lot of people, they don't know me from a can of paint. Yeah. They don't know you from a can of paint. Yeah. So my background is very multicultural as well, very mixed. My mother was Italian and Creole, so she tells us, but her father was like a devout racist, so my mother's family never wanted to deal with us specifically because, she married a black man who was really a black and German man, but in their eyes, he was black and that's it. Yeah. So like the phone calls weren't, how are the babies doing? How's the kids doing? It was like, did their hair start to kink up yet? Did they get nappy hair yet? Are they dark yet?
Those are the kind of conversations they had.
Those are the conversations they had. So the way I was brought up was that, my mother's side of the family wanted to disown us because of our ethnicity and because black and white came together and they were totally against it. Yeah. So, and again,
how was that for you though? As a woman, as a, growing up, because you have also, too, going back to when we first met, that was to me a reason why I think our relationship built the way it was in our sisterhood is because of your energy.
Right.
And I've noticed just through my lifetime, being a dark complected woman, I was not always received by women, your complexion.
Absolutely.
And
I get it.
There was not always a genuine connection. And I always I wanted to be light skinned. I wanted light skin.
And I wanted to be brown skin.
And that's right.
With curly hair.
See, and it wasn't until these kind of conversations and dialogues when you have these sisterhoods that you realize, I think you're beautiful and you think I'm beautiful. But from the outside, we look, you know what I mean? The stigma is, oh, she thinks she cute because she light.
Yep.
Or she thinks she just, you know what I mean? So how was that for you?